Question 11. When factored completely, the expression x to the third power minus 2x squared minus 9x plus 18 is equivalent to. All right, so the real way to do this is to know how to factor. And you have 4 terms. And if you ever have to factor 4 terms, you know it's going to involve the grouping method. You first want to just make sure that there is not a GCF. And these 4 do not all have a common GCF with all 4 of them. But when you do the grouping method, you are going to group them in groups of 2 and then do GCFs. So okay, so 4 terms, there's no GCF in the entire problem. So then you're going to do a GCF here, and you're going to do a GCF from the second group. So the first group has a x squared in common, and then you factor out the GCF, and you're going to have an x minus 2 remaining. Okay, this is important. That negative sign is going to come out as well, and the other group has a 9 in common. And when you be careful, when you divide out a negative 9, this guy changes to x, but 18 divided by negative 9 is negative 2. Now notice that those 2 blue factors are the same, and they should be. If they're the same, then you're doing it correctly. This matching group is actually a GCF now for the entire problem. The matching group comes out. So you're going to factor it out, and it's going to come out in front, and then the 2 leftover terms will remain. Now the problem is if you look up, choice 1 is there. And if you pick that, you're going to be wrong because it says to factor completely, and x squared minus 9 is actually a dots, difference of 2 perfect squares that can be refactored. So then it means you're going to actually factor again, and it's going to be x minus 3 times x plus 3 for that. So choice 1 would not be the best answer. Choice 2 would be the best answer. Now you can store and get the answer that way, but I caution you with storing. Storing does not give you complete simplified answers. It just gives you equivalencies. So if I do 5 store for x, and you type in your problem, whoops, start over. You're going to get that value, 48. And then when you type in choice 1, you're going to get 48 as well. And then you might fall into the trap and pick it, but I caution you that, remember, it just tests equivalencies. Choice 1, we already know is the same. We saw it here. All right, but the problem is it wants completely. So the calculator can't distinguish between completely. So if you're going to do this, make sure you do in fact do all the choices. And then when you finally find all the ones that work, because choice 2 does as well, choice 3 and 4 will not work, then you now limit yourself to 1 and 2, and then hopefully you recognize that choice 2 is more simplified because it has more factor, or it's factored completely because it has more factors in it.